Hey there everyone, and welcome to the first segment of Behind the Window with Chef Stro. I'm your host, Chef Stro, and today we are going to be making some world famous Hazen cookies. Camp Hazen and I are so excited for you to be able to cook some of your favorite camp recipes at home. So, without further ado, let's get started. These are the ingredients that you are going to need. You're going to need a half pound of margarine, a half pound of white sugar, a half pound of brown sugar, a half tablespoon of baking soda, a half tablespoon of salt, a half tablespoon of vanilla extract, 2 eggs, and 1 pound of all-purpose flour. Oh, and how could I forget? The chocolate chips. So first things first, we're gonna take our first 6 ingredients that I just listed off, and we're gonna add them to this mixer here. Funny story about this mixer is that Camp Hazen doesn't actually know how old it is. It was here when Edward Hazen found the property, and he just kind of built the property around the mixer, so that's fun. First things first, you're gonna wash your hands. I already washed my hands. I'm just adding gloves as extra protection. Yeah. So, first ingredient, margarine, half pound in the mixer. Second ingredient, half pound of white sugar. I said half pound. Next ingredient is a half pound of brown sugar. 1/2 tablespoon of baking soda. 1/2 tablespoon of sugar. Salt, not sugar, salt. And 1/2 tablespoon of vanilla extract. Just gonna get that nice and creamy, mix it up. It's important to use room temperature margarine because when you use room temperature margarine, it allows it to blend easier. We here at Camp Hazen use margarine instead of full fat butter because we try to keep it a little bit healthier, and we also try to keep it dairy free for those with, dietary needs. But once it's all mixed together and looking pretty harmonious here, we're gonna start adding a couple eggs. Speaking of eggs are so versatile. You can use them in many different ways. We're using them here in this recipe as a binder to help everything kind of be cohesive and stick together. But they're also a great breakfast protein. What do you guys feel about, I don't know, some breakfast quesadillas this summer instead of the breakfast burritos? Leave your thoughts and comments down in the comment section below. But yeah, so you got the eggs in there, and we're just gonna mix it up nice and slow. Once your eggs are fully mixed into the mixture here, it's time to add your flour. You want to add just a little bit at a time. Turn it on, let it mix in, turn it back off, add a little bit more, let it mix in. You don't want to overwhelm the mixture because then it might get really dry and tough. So yeah. It's also important to note here that I am using this high-tech mixer, but if you don't have a mixer at home, you're more than welcome to do this with your hands, a whisk, or even a hand mixer. Whatever tickles your fancy, whatever you guys have at home. Now that the flour has been added, it's time to add the last ingredient, the chocolate chips. It's 2 cups of chocolate chips, and we just need them generously added in here. It's important to note that once you add the chocolate chips, you really don't want to mix it up too much because the friction between the chocolate chips and the mixer can start to melt the chocolate chips, and you get these streaky chocolate chip cookies that are not Hazen cookies. Streaky cookies are not Hazen cookies. Hazen cookies are Hazen cookies. And there you have it. There is our world famous chocolate chip Hazen cookie dough. Just gonna remove that, remove the bowl, and we're gonna set the mixer itself aside. For this next step here, we're gonna need 2 sheet pans because this cookie batter here yields about roughly 50 cookies. So we need 2 sheet pans, parchment paper, and a cookie scoop. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna get a rubber spatula and we're just gonna remove the cookie dough from the paddle. There we go, all of it. You wanna get every ounce of Hazen cookie goodness out of here. Okay. And then you just take a size 40 scoop, and we're just gonna scoop these onto a sheet pan. We have really big sheet pans here. We do 5 by 7. At home, maybe you'll do, I don't know, 3 by 6. Just you gotta see what you have on your sheet pans at home. We do an exact scoop. We remove the excess, we put them out, boom. Just curious, everyone who's out there and is a big old fan of Camp Hazen YMCA. What's your guys' favorite lunch? What's your guys' favorite lunch? You should comment down below. Just tell us what you like. My favorite camp lunch is actually a new menu item. Alex Welch, you guys know him as Welchy, he makes a phenomenal chicken salad, and this summer we're bringing to you chicken salad wraps. It's gonna be so exciting. But why don't you tell us in the comments below what you guys like? What's your favorite camp meal? Even I won't even limit it to lunch. Just let us know, All right, now that we're done scooping our cookies, we are going to put them in an oven that has been preheated to 325 degrees Fahrenheit for about 7 minutes. Just get them in your preheated oven. Set your timer for 7 minutes and let that ride. And now that the cookies are out of the oven, we're gonna set them down to cool for about 10 to 15 minutes. It's been 15 minutes. These babies are cooled down. But before we try one of our world famous Hazen cookies, make sure you do comment below what your favorite camp meal is, and also give a shout out to your favorite kitchen staff member. It doesn't have to be me, but hey. The last thing to do is to try one, so. Perfect, every time. Stay tuned. This has been Behind the Window with Chef Stro. I'm your host, Chef Stro. We'll catch you next time. Toodles.